are gathered here today to honour and remember the life of Robert Stanley Lamont, known to everyone as Stanley or Stan. I met with some of Stanley's family, and together we pieced together today. It's really told by those who knew him the best, his family, his friends. I'm just the carrier of the words written by others, beautifully written by others. My name is Rachel Smith, and I'm a funeral celebrant, and today's service is all about Stan, his world and his people. It's a time to reflect, a time to remember, and a time to say goodbye. And whatever faith you hold, you're so welcome here today to say goodbye to Stan in your own way. Stan had health challenges for a while, but was doing okay in a way. On the 22nd of January, he'd driven himself into Lagan Valley Hospital to get his regular bloods done. He was chatting away to the nurse, his usual self, usual banter. On the way out of the hospital, very suddenly and very sadly, he became unwell. And even though everyone around him did their absolute best, he died. He was 83 years old. When someone dies so suddenly, our mind goes to the what ifs and the what could have beens. Stan had been laughing and his usual self. And when he died, he was utterly surrounded by the kindness of strangers. Today, as you think of Stan, let your mind, if you can, go to his whole life. And today, as you think of him, we also hold in our hearts all of Stan's family who've really had too many sadnesses in the last weeks and months. We cannot change the loss, but we can stand with you today in kindness and memories. As you think of Stan and share the stories you know and the memories you hold, you keep him here as part of the day. And remember him for when his body was fit and well, the laughter and the fun. You are his memory bank and you are his memory keepers. Share his stories and bring him into the day. Loved, stored and remembered. And with so many people have been saying, Stan was a true gentleman. And we need more true gentlemen in our world. I'd now like to invite his daughter-in-law, Heather, to come and read a poem.
Epitaph on a Friend by Robbie Burns. An honest man here lies at rest, the friend of man, the friend of truth, the friend of age and guide of youth. Few hearts like his, with virtue warmed, few heads with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss, and if there's none, he made the best of this.
Thank you so much. I'd now like to share with you a tribute written by Neil and Stuart. Stan was born in Belfast on the 10th of January 1943 to Lillian and Stan Lamont Sr. and younger with his younger brother Norman. Stan grew up in East Belfast and attended Grosvenor High School, where he developed a lifelong love of rugby. Stan Sr. and Norman worked in shorts, while Stan worked in Holland and Wolff in the drawing office, which, to his amazement, on a family trip to the Titanic Quarter, is now a cocktail bar. It brought lots of memories back. Stan joined Shorts Rugby Club, which he captained for a very successful season. He was also an accomplished jiver, frequently seen at lunchtimes in the Plaza Dance Hall in Belfast, where he impressed Maggie Taylor with his moves. They married in 1970 at Sydenham Methodist Church, with the reception held in the Culloden. By this time, Stan had qualified as an electrical engineer, and a new job took him and Maggie to Portadown for a couple of years. While living there, his rugby continued with Portadown Rugby Club. A change in job then took him to Otter Mill, Westington House, where he worked in technical sales for a while. This moved to a relocation to Harry's Road in Hillsborough, where he'd spend the rest of his days. Harry's Road saw many memorable parties. One of the first was a barbecue that actually went viral, with a house full of gatecrashers attracting the attention of the local policeman who lived down the road. All was well, though, when the policeman ended up the drunkest person at the party, and the celebrations continued. One of the many fancy dress parties saw Stan giving a fine impression of Rocky Balboa. Bilbo? How they say it there. Ask them after. Stan continued playing rugby at Lisbon until a knee injury ended his career. At that point, he took up what became a lifelong passion, golf, at Lisbon Golf Club. He loved both the playing and the social side of the game, including trips to Spain with lifelong friends from the club. As he got older and his handicap got higher, he became active on the club council as the juvenile convener. There's all these words in it. They've thrown all these words in, passed on his knowledge to younger players. He was also a member of the long-established card school, playing weekly low-stakes poker for many years, and he had a passion for fishing, heading away annually on a Mayfly trip. Stan loved music, particularly Eric Clapton, Van Morrison, Dire Straits, all whom he saw live. He also enjoyed playing a few tunes himself on the guitar. Neil and Stuart were born in 73 and 80, and Stan taught the boys to swim and loved watching their rugby and other sports. Extended family: Jimmy, Brian, Lynn, Claire, Gareth, Michael, and close family friends such as the Ferries, the Lauchlins, and Silleries shared many wonderful Easters at Malin Head in Donegal. These involved walking, swimming, eating, and drinking. It was here that the Stan Lamont fry-up became legendary, with everyone waking to the smell of a full Ulster fry as they emerged from the previous night's festivities. A later trip to Donegal, where Stan contorted himself into an undersized wetsuit for snorkelling, will be forever seared into the minds of those who witnessed it. Other memorable family holidays include trips to Guernsey, Portugal, London, and a couple of cruises on Lough Erne, where Stan's navigation skills occasionally let him down, grounding the boat. On another occasion, years later, he departed the dock, unaware that no one else was on board. Stan and Maggie parted ways in the late 90s. Although it was a sad time, the family were really happy when he met Heather Crawford, with whom he spent many wonderful years enjoying nights out, quizzes, specialising in 60s pop, and many trips, including the garden route in South Africa, Tunisia, Kenya, California. Stan was a huge fan of nature documentaries and was thrilled to see the Big Five in Kenya and to join the Maasai warriors in their famous jumping dance, a brief change from his usual jiving. Another trip saw Stan and friends travel to Australia for the 2003 Rugby World Cup, where he watched Ireland narrowly beat Argentina in Adelaide to qualify for the quarterfinals. Stan always had a passion for sports cars, and his pride and joy was a Triumph TR6. He enjoyed frequent road trips all over Northern Ireland with Bill Wright and Raymond Warwick. He also travelled to China with Bill, a trip made memorable when his luggage failed to arrive until the final day. A replacement wardrobe in China provided challenging for a well-built Irishman, consisting of skimpy shorts, tight t-shirts, size 10 flip-flops as the only available footwear. On that trip, he visited the Three Gorges Dam as it was being built and the Yangtze River flooded. Neil married Mercedes Merck in 2005 and Stuart married Heather in 2011, both of whom Stan loved spending time with, and he had 4 grandchildren, Lily, Amy, Izzy and Phoebe. He became Standard, delighting in watching and hearing about their many activities, including camogie, show jumping, hockey, basketball and even ballet. He was, however, still waiting for one of them to take up golf. Stan developed hip problems but got a new lease of life in 2015. He was back on the road, visiting Stuart and family in San Francisco after they moved there for work. The trauma of smashing 2 bottles of vodka in duty-free was eventually erased by a helicopter flight over the Grand Canyon, the sights of Las Vegas, and some replacement vodka. I'd now like to ask Raymond Warwick to come and read about a dear friend.
It goes without saying how shocked and saddened I and as many friends were at the news of the sudden passing of Stanley. I find comfort, however, in reflecting on the many good times we had together in golfing and the social aspect related to this. Also the fun of days out with our classic cars, and the years back when we spent a week fishing and golfing in the west of Ireland. Unfortunately, time has taken its toll, and only two of this group remain. As mentioned, we used to have a poker night every Tuesday during the winter at the players' homes in turn. The stakes were limited after one player produced a 10-bob note. That was excessive in our game, so a limit was set after this. Stan was not a professing religious person, but his integrity, valued friendship, and devotion to his family was truly exemplary. Rest in peace, big man.
Thank you, Raymond. It's always very impressive, I think, when someone comes up and speaks. Stan was a great fun dad, a granddad, and a true gentleman. He was welcoming, and he was a very lovely Stan dad. And I would now like to ask Lily to come and read a poem.
He is gone. You can shed tears that he is gone, or you can smile because he has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that he will come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that he has left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see him, or you could be full of love that you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you could be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember him and only that he is gone, or you can cherish his memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn your back, or you can do what he would want. Smile, open your eyes, love, and go on.
Really beautifully read, Lily. Let's take a little moment of reflection. This is your time to sit in peace and remember who Stan was to you. And we're going to see a slideshow.
Shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain to hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town. You check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night. with the Sultans. We're the Sultans of swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner. Drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans that play Creole. Creole. And then the man steps right up to the microphone and says at last, just as the time bell rings, good night, now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of swing.
What wonderful pictures of him laughing. They're so brilliant, so nice to see. Soon we will move from here and out into the day with memories of Stan in your hearts and your minds. On behalf of the family, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for all the lovely messages of kindness and support, and such lovely things have been said about Stan. Thank you to the team here in Ronnie Thompson's for everything that you've done. And thank you also to the people who immediately tried the absolute best to help Stan, and meaning in his last moments he was surrounded by kindness. Please do join the family in Lisbon Golf Club afterwards to share the real stories and memories of Stan's life, and to share time together, as the most precious thing we have in this life is time. I'd now like to ask Amy to come and read a final poem.
Do not mourn me, don't drown me in black cloth and quiet whispers. Laugh loud, drink deep. Tell the stories that made me live. Remember the bad jokes, the nights that stretched into dawn, the times we swore we would never forget and don't. I was here, a life well lived. I want something more than tears, so raise a glass and dance a little. Let the wind take my name, I'll be listening. Do not mourn me, but celebrate me. Thank you.
We're going to hear a final piece of music as we gather ourselves to go.
Nothing that is wrong in wanting you to stay here with me. I know you've got somewhere to go, but won't you make yourself at home and stay with me? And don't you ever leave.
Please could we be upstanding for Stan?
Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally. So soon. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Sun ain't nearly on the rise. We still got the moon and stars above. Underneath the velvet skies, love is all that matters. Won't you stay with me? Don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally. I'm resting in my arms. Don't you
Please do follow.
Want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally. There's no need to leave so soon. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. See the morning light color in your face so dreamily. So don't you go and say goodbye. You can lay your worries down and stay with me. Don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally. So soon. I've been trying all